was decided at the end. Luke Humphries taking advantage after he and Gerwyn Price have both missed multiple darts in leg number 10. Mark Wilson alongside Laura Turner for the third quarter-final night. Chris Dobey against Nathan Aspinall to come. You are listening to Premier League Darts live on talkSPORT 2 in partnership with Village Hotels. Dine out, stay, work out and play. VillageHotels.com for more details there. Laura Turner, what an ending to that previous game. Looked like Luke Humphries was going to win it. Looked like Gerwyn Price was winning it. Looked like no one wanted to win it. But Luke Humphries does win it in the end, 6-4.
Yeah, very, very much a bit of an ebb and flow. But as you say, quite exciting for the crowd. They were getting really involved towards the tail end. I think, it's one of the things with darts that actually does make it exciting when you do get a few of those missed doubles. But Gerwyn Price, he was so efficient on the outer ring up to that point, so we'll be disappointed that he couldn't hold on to his throw, then couldn't find the break when he had 6 clear darts at tops. Very unlike him.
Yeah, it was indeed. So Humphries is through. He'll take on Rob Cross, who earlier beat Michael van Gerwen in a last leg shootout in our opening game of the night. Still to come, Chris Dobey against Nathan Aspinall. Winner of that one will take on the winner of the final quarter-final tonight, Stephen Bunting, who takes on Luke Little, who was a winner in week 2 up in Glasgow, waiting the two players to come out onto the stage here. We said right at the top of the show, Rob Cross, Chris Dobey, Stephen Bunting, 3 games without a win. We saw Rob Cross win earlier on, actually played pretty well in parts. Is the pressure building on Dobey? I mean, obviously Nathan Aspinall had a great run to the final last week.
I think possibly for both of them, actually. Although it's still a while off until we get to those playoff stages, you can already see the table is starting to take shape. Everyone's clutching for points. I think Bunting obviously will have the most weight on his shoulders, having not picked up any points whatsoever in the first 3 weeks. But Chris Dobey, away from the Premier League, has been playing very, very well. He's picked up a title on the Pro Tour recently. Just seems to... he's starting to take that floor form that we associate with him, which is a very, very high standard, and now we're starting to see that come into the TV performances. Honestly think this could be a really, really strong year for Chris Dobey. Yeah,
and we mentioned, I say he's lost through on the spin. It's worth what he was runner-up in week 1. He picked up 2 wins before he lost to Humphries in the final. He then lost to Humphries again in Glasgow and beaten by Michael van Gerwen in Dublin. So he's not really had an easy run of it, has he? But this is one he'll fancy winning, but he'll be well aware about Aspinall last week, who beat Cross, beat Van Gerwen before losing to Gerwyn Price in the final. So I think this is going to be a decent contest. 2 lads who know each other well. They travel around Europe together on the tour. They're good mates. This should make for a good game.
Oh yeah, I think it will. And one thing we always have associated with Nathan Aspinall, although we have questioned at times what kind of form he's in, because he's spoken about niggling injuries and other issues, one thing we don't ever doubt from him is how much fight and how much grit and determination he brings to the stage when he's up there. For me, Chris Dobey perhaps just has the edge because of that kind of calm and that ability and performance he's showing, but never write off Nathan Aspinall. I learnt that last week. I thought MVG was a shoe-in to take his first semi-final, and he was blown out the water by Nathan.
Yeah, he was indeed. Over on talkSPORT right now, West Ham are taking on Leicester. That's live and exclusive on talkSPORT right now. 0-0 last we heard in that one. And in the Super League Rugby tonight, Hull Kingston Rovers, they take on Salford. They lead by 10 points in the early stages there. Just worth reminding, Saturday night, 9 o'clock, we will be live from Las Vegas as the Wigan Warriors take on the Warrington Wolves. Round 3 of the Super League continues. A big game in Vegas, crowd of over 50,000 expected. It's a quadruple header. You'll hear all 4 games, including 2 games to kick off the NRL live on talkSPORT 2 on Saturday night in the early hours of Sunday morning as well. So plenty of live sports to come. Don't forget as well, all the FA Cup action to come this weekend. 7 games live from the FA Cup on the talkSPORT network, starting off on Friday night. All that to come. And I'm hearing that West Ham have taken the lead. Thomas Souček has scored for West Ham over on talkSPORT. So the misery for Leicester continue. Who's your football team, Laura?
Don't talk about it.
Arsenal?
No.
Tottenham?
Husband Arsenal.
Yeah.
First daughter Arsenal. I'm from Southampton. So we do not talk about it.
Okay. Well, we'll delete that one out later. Welcome along those watching on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube page. Please remember to like and subscribe. Let's join John McDonald on the stage.
From the amazing city of Exeter. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the players. The winner of the UK Open and US Darts Masters. The winner of a World Match Play, a Premier League finalist. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nathan
It's becoming one of the iconic darts walk-ons now as Aspinall makes his way onto the stage. The pyrotechnics go off, full house as ever in the Premier League these days, and Aspinall hoping to build on last week when he made it to the final in Dublin. Back on home soil, can he get the win? He's got the crowd eating out of the palm of his hands right now.
Still makes me smile every time I hear it. Honestly, every venue. I was lucky enough to be in Dublin last week, and the noise when he came out to this song was absolutely incredible. Between him and Stephen Bunting's walk-on, yeah, absolutely amazing. And it's great to see still conducting the crowd as he does every week.
Up against him, his mate Chris Dobey about to make his way, but he'll have to wait a little bit longer as the crowd serenade Nathan Aspinall down in the West Country of England. So Aspinall is there.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Masters champion, the winner of 7 PDC titles, a World Championship semi-finalist, Chris Dobey!
I always smile when I hear this song. I think, come on Chris, surely you could get a better song than that. But he's fiercely proud of who he is and where he's from. He's a Geordie and he loves it, he's proud of it, he loves his football team, he loves his city, and why shouldn't he? He's quietly, Chris Dobey, becoming very, very good, isn't he? As you mentioned, already picked up a PDC Players Tour title this season already.
Yeah, and obviously made the semi-finals back in the 2025 edition of the World Championships as well. He's just one of those players that just, you feel year on year is just getting better and better. And if he can combine those top floor-based performances that we've seen from him, if he can start to do that more and more up on these big stages, he is going to be a threat for any tournament.
Yeah, I feel it's a matter of when he wins a major tour. We know he was won the Masters. The Masters has changed somewhat since Chris won it, but you do get the feeling he's going to have a big run somewhere. And I think the fact that he consistently wins now floor tournaments where all the big guns generally are in and around it, well, we know he's got the ability, that goes without saying.
Yeah, 100%, absolutely. And speaking to his close friend the other week in Glenn Durrant, and obviously, you know, there's bragging rights involved as well between the pair of them. Obviously, does a former Premier League champion himself. I know full well Chris Dobey wants that accolade for himself, just so perhaps he can rub Glenn's nose in it a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. They are both fiercely proud lads, aren't they, Glenn and Chris? But they do have a lot of interaction, a lot of banter. Glenn, a Middlesbrough fan, not got a lot to cheer about at the minute. But Dobey, who admitted he won't be going to Hildesheim next month because we've got to Wembley to watch his beloved Newcastle. Well, Dobey, who in week one beat Price and Cross en route to the final, got well beaten in the end by Luke Humphries. Since then, we mentioned he's lost to Humphries and Van Gerwen. For Aspinall, beaten in week one by Humphries, week two by Price, and then beat Cross and Michael Van Gerwen before being beaten by Gerwyn Price. Well, no Gerwyn Price tonight, he's out already. Humphries has beaten him 6-4, Rob Cross 6-5, and this the bottom half of the draw. Winner of this one will take on Bunting or Littler, and a lively start for both parties here, including a max for Chris Dobey.
Yeah, perfect start for Dobey, and Aspinall looks pretty fired up himself. One of the things Nathan Aspinall did say is that he felt like perhaps he was being a bit too friendly, being a bit too engaged with other players when he's getting up onto that stage, and we saw less of that last week, and maybe that's the outcome because he made the final.
Yeah, he did. I know there was a lot made on talkSPORT, you know, with all the fist bumping with Luke Littler, and obviously Aspinall was involved with that, and I guess it is a fine line, isn't it? Certainly when you're playing against players you know, and you'll have done this, you'll have played against friends on the hockey. It's not easy, is it?
No, absolutely not. But you have to leave that friendship to an extent at the side of the stage, because this is all about the winning. And this is an exceptional start from Chris Dobey, second maximum and down to 61 already.
Yeah, possible 11 dart leg coming in. Aspinall, well, only 150 remaining for him, but it's Dobey first in then. Which way will he go? Well, he went single 15. So now I'll tidy it up. It's a single 14 to leave double 16. And the first start for the leg is missed.
He almost bent the wire, and Aspinall back on 150. There's an opportunity, and he has taken out some big finishes, but this would be by far the biggest, and pulls it low into the 19.
Good last start. So Dobey here has just got to take care of business. This is for a breaker throw. Race to 6. Inside, now double 8. Oh, inside again. And clips the wire. So Aspinall's setup has given him a chance to hold throw here.
Yeah, you mentioned it was a good last start, and sometimes that can come to nothing, but this is a great opportunity for Aspinall. Dobey spurned 4 darts, and Aspinall pulls it low. He's hitting 11, adjusts for the 3, so just the 1 dart afforded for tops.
And he misses it. It has been a night of missed singles tonight. We saw Rob Cross do it earlier on. We saw Luke Humphries do it earlier on. And now Chris Dobey steps in and takes out double 4 on the first dart of the following visit. He has broken throw, but we've seen it more than ever. We mentioned Cross did it, Humphries did it, now Aspinall. You cannot afford against players like this to be wasting darts.
No, absolutely not. It was a big dart for Dobey, really. 2 180s in the leg, and he's given himself a great opportunity to break. Nearly spurned the chance, but Aspinall couldn't find that tops target.
No, be frustrated. Both players start off without a big treble. Reminder over on talkSPORT, West Ham lead Leicester by a goal to 0. Souček with a goal there. Here we're live on talkSPORT 2 and on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. If you are watching along there, please like and subscribe and share amongst your friends. Get involved in the comments. Dobey at the hockey. It's been a sluggish start from both players to the start of leg 2. And again, a trebleless visit from Dobey. So 75 in the rears, Aspinall. He could get a chance here to break back.
Yeah, I agree. It's been a bit difficult, especially in this second leg for both players. Aspinall does find a treble 20 on the second dart, backs it up with a second. The score of 140 now puts him firmly in control of the leg. I think it's a game where both of these would have looked at a real opportunity to pick up some more points. They're both sat on the same points. They've both got 3 apiece. I just think both of these will fancy their chances, perhaps trying a little bit too hard in these early stages.
Yeah, nice visit again from As. 2 trebles down on the 19s, down to 115. Dobey on 214. He's at the hockey now and he's in the red bit. And again, he's going to switch. No, he stays there. He's left the double 17. Will he go for it? Will he get a chance to go for it? We'll find out.
Aspinall just taking his time. 115 is required. To start at the top of the board, finds 20, cannot find the treble 19, and there was a grimace there from Nathan Aspinall.
59.
Yeah, frustration. Right, he left it, but is he going at it? I think he is. No, 2 next door, double 16, 2 in hand. 1 well outside the target, and the second one misses as well. So more missed doubles for Dobey.
Well, Dobey missed 4 in the first, missed second in this leg. Another chance here for Aspinall. 16 is found. 2 darts, 4 tops. Pulls it low into the 20. A real shake of the head, because that was a really low dart from Nathan Aspinall. Double 10 now. Double 10 this time is found. A massive roar from the Asp, who levels us up at 1 leg apiece.
Yeah, Dobey hitting the 180s, but not necessarily hitting the doubles to go with it. 1-1 here, race to 6. Aspinall with a throw. Should mention as well in League 2 tonight, Barrow 0, Carlisle 1. Carlisle embroiled at the bottom of the Football League. Desperate for points, they lead against Barrow by a goal to 0 there. talkSPORT 2, your home of the EFL. We'll have EFL action for you tomorrow night. Sheffield Wednesday take on Sunderland.
Once again, a bit of a tentative start from Dobey. I mentioned we've seen a handful of maximums from him. He's had 3 in total, but not backing it up with the finishing. Aspinall once again in firm control of the leg.
It'll be interesting. There were a lot of questions asked about Nathan Aspinall coming into the Premier League, and those will continue to be asked throughout, unless I guess he makes it to the latter stages. But he is a fighter, he is a scrapper, he'll always give everything he's got, even if he is below his best. And again, he's scratching his brow, he doesn't look happy with himself. Dobey looks very happy in that treble 20 bed. That's the 4th maximum in 3 legs.
Yeah, we do quite often say with Dobey, he's synonymous for hitting those big scores. And normally he backs it up with good finishing as well. Stats for the Premier League is around the 35% mark. Just not finding it as regularly when it comes to the outer ring.
Dobey now down to 82, but Aspinall first in, 136 needed. Can't get the treble to fire the combination off, so Dobey's going to be back. This for a 3rd successive breaker throw, needs 82.
Just steps up to the oche, taking his time, finds the 25, 57 left, 17 hit, so tops the target. Just above the tops, which affords again another opportunity for Aspinall.
Yeah, may only get 1 at it. 78 needed. Treble 18 not hit, so single 20 to leave tops. Just has to move a fraction to his right. Tops for the leg, and he gets it. Dobey has missed darts in all 3 legs. He could be 3-0 up, but he's 2-1 down, and Aspinall feeding on scraps, but he's making the most of it.
He really is, and this is what he was kind of similar to his campaign last week in Dublin. He was, as we say, he was fighting the whole way, managed to fight his way through to the final. He's going to want to be doing the same kind of thing.
Well, 4 180s in 3 legs for Chris Dobey, but he's missed multiple darts at double. And now all of a sudden Aspinall is sensing the opportunity to break, and he's in the red bit looking for a max of his own.
Yeah, first maximum for Nathan Aspinall. What a time to get it. Extends his lead. He's down to 181 with Chris Dobey all the way back on 320.
100.
And only a ton, so he's not on a finish yet. So Aspinall is down to a finish now. How low can he go? He can't find a treble, so he's down to 124. Dobey on 220. If he can hit a max here, this would be good. Very good. Well, it's 140. It's not too bad.
No, I think he would have settled for that before he stepped up to the oche, because now all the pressure is on this 124 for Nathan Aspinall, who has this real determined look on his face. Finds a single 20, so treble 18 the target. Treble 18 found, so ball narrowly misses, as you can hear the crowd. 25 was found, but again, now more chances for Dobey.
Yeah, can he get the treble? No, he can't, so it's single tops. He's hit tops, so now he's got to go for 2 10s. Well, he took the scenic route, but he got there in the end, and we are back level at 2-2.
Yeah, well taken dart in the end there by Chris Dobey, but this still feels very scrappy. This feels like a match that is up for grabs for both of these players.
57.
You mentioned it. Crucial points available here. Certainly for Dobey, who's had a little bit of a wobble. If Aspinall can make it through to the semi-final, he'll feel he's starting to get on a bit of a roll. It's one game, but it means so much, even at this early stage.
Yeah, absolutely. As Aspinall fires in his 2nd maximum of the match, and that was in response to a 140 from Chris Dobey.
Well, for those that were listening earlier on when William Hill gave us their odds update, Lee Fox was very keen on maximums in this game. I think he'll be very pleased at home. 6 in the opening 4 and a bit legs. Aspinall
just adjusting on the oche, trying to desperately seek out a treble, but comes away trebleless.
Good first start for Dobey, can't follow it in the 60. Nice switch though to the treble 18s, so he's down to 144. Aspinall not yet on a finish, just checks his and Dobey's score. 206 he needs. Can't find a treble, hits treble 19. Can he follow that one? And he can. Great visit.
Yeah, really good visit, as you say. 72 left for Aspinall, but 144 here for Dobey. Finds the first treble 20. Narrowly misses, a bit of a deflection into the treble 5, which means Aspinall will be back for 72 as Dobey just tries to work out what's best to leave.
Well, he's left 50, but he might not get a look at this. Aspinall took out 78 earlier on. Oh, he's hit the treble 16, so it's 2 darts at double 12. Is that a good mark? It looks it. How has he got that dart between the previous dart and the wire and it not go in?
Well, the look on his face, I think he was slightly perplexed by it as well. I don't think he could have got closer, as Chris Dobey, who needed 50, has found double 10 looking for a single. So double 15 now the target. Well, you don't see that all the time, double 10, double 15, but it was effective.
Well, he missed darts to win leg 2, he missed darts to win leg 3, he then went double tops, double 10 in leg 4, now he's gone double 10, double 15. I didn't realise it was an exhibition tonight, Laura.
Well, it feels like a bit of a masterclass when it comes to these top scores. I will say with Chris Dobey as well, when that first start hits into that treble 20 bed, it just looks like he can't miss.
He's playing well at the minute. If you were judging it on style, and Dobey is a mile in front, but as we keep saying, Aspinall keeps scrapping away.
92.
Dobey with the advantage. He's down to 268. Aspinall on 401. 3-2 Dobey leads. Race to 6. Winner of this one takes on Bunting or Littler.
It doesn't get any easier, does it? But as for this game, not much between them in this leg. Dobey just trying to utilise that advantage. A throw finds 2 single 19. So looking at treble 20 to leave a finish, but can only find a single 20.
Yeah, 51 behind Aspinall as he approaches the hockey. Right on the top wire of the treble. This time he does follow it in. Decent visit down to 1-2-1, a very manageable finish.
Yeah, indeed, and it puts him in prime position to at least be able to come back to the hockey, because Dobey wasn't able to leave a finish. 2 single 20s here.
60.
Finds a third single 20 and not the visit he would have hoped for.
1-2-1 then for parity. Oh, he's hit the outer bull, so treble 20, gets it, double 18, sorry. Just inside, he'd be disappointed with that. That was a bit of a drag dart there.
Well, we've seen an 80 and a 50 check out from Dobey. He's not going to be adding the 150, it's a single 19 across the treble 17, but then pulls the last one into treble 7. It's kind of a next door type match.
Yeah, it is. Right, double 9 for Aspinall for a level game. Psyching himself up as he toes the hockey. Straight for it, the Aspinall way. Is that a good marker? Yes, it is. And we're all level at 3-3, and a game that's got the feeling of one that could go right to the very end.
Yeah, I do agree. It's you just get the feeling that someone's perhaps starting to take control, and I thought that player was Chris Dobey, but once again Nathan Aspinall finds a way to rally. Very little statistically to split them. They're both around 3 from 10 on the outer ring, 30% on doubles, and averaging around 92 apiece.
It's been a decent game. There's been a few missed doubles en route, but it still makes for an entertaining watch. Already through tonight, Rob Cross 6-5 winner over Michael Van Gerwen. Luke Humphries 6-4 winner over Gerwyn Price. And still to come, Bunting looking for his first win of the Premier League in 2025. He takes on Luke Littler. Yeah,
imagine looking for your first win. It's week 4. And then you're running into the current world champion, the night favourite in Luke Littler. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Certainly is. Well, this tournament is full of big names. Wherever you look, there's no easy game. UK Open starting tomorrow. Will one of these 8 be battle-hardened and ready to go and win the tournament on Sunday night at Minehead?
Yeah, it's a title that Nathan Aspinall has picked up before, back in 2019. Chris Dobey not quite got there at the UK Open himself. Looking for that first major win, like you were saying before. We've seen the Lift Masters, but just for a big tournament win is on the cards for Chris Dobey this year.
85 for Aspinall on his own throw. He's down to 119. 258 for Dobey. Needs trebles quickly. Can't find one here, so he's on 218. He'll be disappointed with that. Should he have gone about that a little bit differently?
Yeah, perhaps. Absolutely. But what I did notice in the background, Nathan Aspinall absolutely geeing himself up at the back of the stage. Really trying to use that adrenaline. Cannot find a treble 20, which would have left tops. Goes for treble 16 and finds treble 8.
Yeah, you were right. Next door itis, they've got these two. As treble 19 is hit. So Aspinall to nudge back in front here. Needs 56. Hits the 16 just. Tops now. Bends the wire. It's moved the wire. And he can't follow it in. 119 is not a gimme, but it's an opportunity.
Yeah, Chris Dobey turns the yoke, finds a single 19. Now looking for treble 20 and finds the treble 5 bed. Really is a case of just that target next door.
Someone needs to move this board a little bit. Has it gone a bit wonky, Laura? Is that what's happened?
Perhaps. Might not be as straight as they'd like, but what Nathan Aspinall would like here is a nice firm straight dart straight into the tops.
Yeah. He's priming himself here. He's dragged it down. 210s. He hit this last time he went down this side of the board, and he hits it again. Breathes a bit of a sigh of relief, Nathan Aspinall. I don't think he's happy at all with how he's playing, but he leads 4-3 in a race to 6.
No, it looks like the players are really exerting themselves up there. That was a real sigh of relief, as you mentioned.
57.
Just one of those matches, and you do find them as players, especially when you're as friendly as these two are, that it just becomes more and more difficult as the match goes on.
Dobey's got the throw here to level it up. Well, all the previous two games, 6-5 and 6-4. Couple going 4-4 here as well. The crowd getting their money's worth tonight down at the West Point. And another maximum for Dobey. Been a while since his last one.
Yeah, it has, but still 4 in the match for him, 5 in the match for him.
140.
This is a big leg now, isn't it? 2-6-4 plays 2-6-1. Dobey at the hockey. In the red bit once. Can't follow him, but he's on a finish, albeit a big one.
Yeah, it's an argument we quite often have. I just feel that there's certain legs in a match that are just more heavily weighted. A win here for Aspinall puts him within 1 of the match. A win for Dobey puts us back level at 4 apiece. It's just one of those big turning points in a game.
Yeah. This feels like a one visit is going to decide it, be it a good one or a poor one. 1-6-4, this could be the visit. No, it won't be. Can't hit the treble to start the combination, but Aspinall's on 136. 94 leaves 70 for Dobey.
And again, Nathan just taking a step back, psyching himself up. Really has got a real grimace on his face as he looks for 136. Finds the first treble. Cannot find the second, and there is a real frustrated Nathan Aspinall at the hockey.
But 70 again, he might only get one at it. So Aspinall waits on tops. Dobey on 70. He's hit treble 18 for double 8. Double 4. Got this earlier on in the match. And gets it again. We are all level at 4-4.
There really isn't anything to split these two. I think it just feels like they're both hanging on to each other's coattails at times. Who can pull away? And I have to agree with you, Mark. I just think it's either going to be something massive from a player or something really quite poor that someone's going to take advantage of.
Yeah, both have had opportunities at doubles, but it is all level at 4-4 here.
46.
First semi-final, Rob Cross against Luke Humphries. Winner of this one will take on the winner of Bunting or Litley. Our final quarter-final. All 7 games live on talkSPORT 2 and on the talkSPORT YouTube Darts channel as well.
Nathan Aspinall finding a really important treble 19 just at the end of that last visit. Chris Dobey 140 in reply.
320 Aspinall, he's in the red bit. Can he fill it up? Well, timing is everything, and he's down to a finish of 140 with Dobey back on 315.
Yeah, back comes Dobey though. Finds the treble 20, switches, which is an intelligent play, but then can't back it up with the third. So Aspinall has at least 6 from here.
You want to tidy it up quickly. He's above and below. Can he squeeze one in? He's having to move to the Bunting side of the hockey to try and fire one in, but only 6. He leaves 80. Dobey on 225. He's got to get a treble. doesn't find it. Well, he is on a finish, but he would have wanted a lot less than 167.
Yeah, I agree. It's no given. It was 80, but it's much easier as he looks at double 10, goes inside, double 5, last dart in hand. Double 5 is found by Nathan Aspinall. He now goes within 1 of the match. He leads Chris Dobey 5 legs to 4.
Yeah, that was nicely done in the end, having missed the double 10. Dobey at the start of leg 10 has the throw. This to take us to a decider. And Aspinall, well, he looks a worried man, doesn't he, at the minute? He's leading this game.
Yeah, neither player have looked particularly settled or particularly comfortable up there. It's been a real battle for both of them, but that's 2 trebles in for Nathan Aspinall. Almost a third.
Half-time over on talkSPORT. West Ham 2, Leicester 0. Thomas Souček and Jared Bowen were the goals at the London Stadium. You can listen to that. I find a Vestergaard own goal, we understand it, that second goal. So, but it is 2-0, that we can agree on. And you can listen to the second half live and exclusive on talkSPORT tonight. If you've got the app, you can swipe left and right between the two. Here, Aspinall down to 2-6-1. Dobey on 2-8-2. Aspinall leading 5-4 in a race to 6.
Yeah, good switch there from Dobey. Finds 2 treble 18s just to ensure he's on a finish. It's a big one again. It's 1-5-4. But Nathan Aspinall will need, I feel, maybe a 2 treble visit here just to put that pressure on Dobey.
Yeah, it might be 1-5-4, but it might be 6 darts at it, unless Aspinall can find a treble with his last dart, and he can't. So it is 6 darts at 1-5-4 for a level game. He's looking down the board. A couple of trebles would have been handy. Hits the outer ring, so now I'll be heading up north. Well, he's left 90. Again, it's not a given, but he knows he's going to get a look at it at least, and should, all being well, get at least a shot of the bullseye.
Yeah, I agree. Making sure of those single numbers. Aspinall finds a ton on 104, just tapping on the shoulder there of Chris Dobey, but 90 required. Finds the treble 20 for the first dart, double 15. Very cleanly taken by Chris Dobey. We are in a 1-leg shootout, 5 apiece.
We are. Twice he's left it, twice he's hit it. 5-5. We go to a decider for the second time tonight. Cross beat Van Gerwen earlier on in the deciding leg. Aspinall's got the throw. Place in the quarterfinals. And Aspinall in the red bit. Can he get another one alongside? Tunfield's a bit light after that first start.
Yeah, and you can tell by the reaction. When a player gets that first treble 20, you want to build on it. But when you hit the treble 20 last, you're quite relieved. It's a very strange game sometimes.
Yeah, perception. Yeah, treble your last start, you think you've had a good visit, don't you? It is bizarre. I know we talk about skill, but quite often it's what between the ears that counts, certainly in a leg like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Who's got that kind of mental ability as well as their ability with the darts in hand? It's Chris Dobey with a slight advantage, not much in it. But Aspinall, again, just taking his time, trying to work out a route that would leave him on a finish. Finds a treble with the last dart of asking.
It's a 2-6-1 for Dobey. Tun here is on a finish. 1 above, 1 below. He's coming for cover. Can't find it. So advantage Aspinall. 2-on-5 plays 204, but it's the Asp at the hockey.
Yeah, again, just staring out that hockey, making sure he's settled. Finds the first one is a treble 20. Second one is a treble 20. So is the third one, and that's some roar from Nathan Aspinall. You mentioned it yourself, Mark, all about timing. Wow, what a time.
Yeah. And now Dobey's hitting and hoping here. 140 to leave 64, but it's 35 for the match for Aspinall.
Just takes his time, a real aggressive look on the face of the Asp.
I said earlier on he might not have been at his best, but he's got double 16 for the match. This is Aspinall all over. If he hits this, right on the wire, moves a fraction. 1 match start being, but the second one is in. Well, you just thought that Nathan Aspinall had won a major title the way he reacts. A smile for Chris Dobey. It's a 4th successive defeat on the Premier League stage for Dobey, beaten by his good mate Nathan Aspinall, whose revival continues. He made it all the way through to the final in Dublin. and he's now through to the semi-finals, and he is pumped, isn't he, tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. It felt like a bit of a slog at times for both players, and you can just see from the reaction from Nathan Aspinall, there's relief. He actually looks like he's perhaps gone out and run or like a marathon from the reaction, because it's absolutely massive. But for him, he's struggling. He said he's been struggling, but he's backing up his final last week with another win here at Exeter.
Well, it says a lot about him, and he is through. He will take on the winner of our final quarter-final tonight. Still to come, Stephen Bunting will take on Luke Littler. But our third quarter-final is done and dusted, and it's the Nathan Aspinall, who's through to the semi-finals. He beat Chris Dobey by 6 legs to 5. When it comes to the Darts Premier League, the last thing you want is an online mishap throwing you off your game. Among the fastest VPNs available on the market, NordVPN gives you quick location change when you need it most. Go to nordvpn.com/darts VPN and get 2 years plus 4 months free and a birthday deal. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. So Aspinall is through. He's through to the semi-finals with Humphries and Cross, who will join them. Stephen Bunting and Luke Littler is up next on the talkSPORT YouTube Darts channel.